How much money do you need to start KDP? This is one of the most common questions in the KDP community, and the answer is pretty simple. It depends. Wait, don't click off just yet. Although I can't tell you exactly how much money you need to start KDP, I can tell you how much money I need to publish a book. Now, some people are going to tell you that you need thousands of dollars, and other people are going to tell you that you can do it for free, and they're both wrong and right. So you can go ahead and spend thousands of dollars on creating your book, but you might be overpaying. You can also make a book cover that's completely free on Canva, but it's most likely going to be short. Look at this book cover. How much do you think this costs? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Now, if you said anything under $1,000, you're wrong. It costs exactly $1,199 to make this book cover. Now look at these 4 covers. I want you to guess how much each of them costs. Feel free to pause the video. Ready? Well, they actually all cost the same, around $199, which is usually what I pay for a book cover. Now, I know you might be thinking $200 is so much for a book cover, but it's not. See, if you have a really high quality book, you also want to have a book cover that represents that quality. And a cheap $20 book cover is not going to do that. That's like buying a Ferrari and filling it up with the cheapest fuel. Now, one of the biggest lessons I learned on my KDP journey is that cheap equals low quality. And this is true 99% of the time. I know you might disagree with me, but let me ask you this. If something is high quality, why would it be cheap? It doesn't make any sense. Imagine I try and sell you a brand new home with new furniture, freshly painted walls, a big garden and a pool. And all I want for the house is $39,000. Your first thought is going to be, what's wrong with the house? Is the neighborhood bad? Did someone die in it? Is it haunted? You're going to have so many questions. Same goes if I try and sell you a Ferrari for $20,000. You're going to think, is the engine still running? Or imagine I sell you a KDP course teaching you how to make tens of thousands of dollars a month for $9. You're going to automatically assume that there's a catch. You're going to think, what does Barry want from me? Because there's no way I'm going to give you that for $9. Because if something is valuable and if something is good and something's high quality, that quality is represented in the price, which is why you should never buy the cheapest cover, but the highest quality one. And this applies for ghostwriters as well. I never write any of my books because I just don't enjoy it, which is why I always pay for a ghostwriter. Now, the cost of a ghostwriter depends on 2 main things. First, are you going to be hiring the ghostwriter yourself, or are you going to hire a ghostwriting company? And second, how many words do you need written? But first, let's answer question 1. Are you going to be hiring a ghostwriter yourself, or are you going to be hiring a ghostwriting company? Now, both options have their benefits and disadvantages. If you decide to hire the ghostwriter yourself, you can go on freelance websites like Fiverr and Upwork to find ghostwriters. Now, the upside of finding ghostwriters yourself is that it ends up usually being cheaper than hiring a company. Now, the downside of it is that it takes up so much time. You need to go and find people yourself. You need to hire a few of them to see sample work. Then you need to go through the sample work, figure out which one's the best match for you. And after that, you can hire them. But with a ghostwriting company, they do all the hiring for you, but it comes at a slightly higher price. Now, to answer the second question, how many words will you need written? I like my books to be over 120 pages, and in some cases, at least 150 pages. Why? Because people automatically assume that it has more value. Me and you can both have the same book in the same niche with the same information inside. But if my book is 150 pages and your one is 89 pages, my one automatically seems way more valuable. Now, in order for a standard non-fiction book to reach 150 pages, you need at least 30,000 words. And how much does that cost? Well, you can find all sorts of prices. Just by searching through Fiverr, I found ghostwriters that are willing to write 30,000 words for over $3,000. I got another one for $1,800, and I even found a person willing to write 45,000 words for under $500. Bargain, right? Well, remember what I said about cheap not being good? Here's a sample of the cheap writer's work. It was a bright sunny day. Victoria woke up and enjoyed the morning breeze. What a pleasant morning it is. I really like such types of days with such good mornings. They motivate me to live my life in a more good way, says Ruby Victoria B. Now, I don't know about you, but I've never heard anyone use the phrase more good way, but it's safe to say that this person probably failed English class. So please, if you're going to hire a ghostwriter yourself, don't pick the cheap one. If you're concerned that you're not going to find the correct ghostwriter, you can visit a ghostwriting company like the Urban Writers. This is a ghostwriting company that will find writers for you based on your book. They've got different packages at different prices, but you want to always go for the premium package. This is how you get access to the best writers. Now, it costs $3.99 for 100 words, which means 30,000 words is around $1,200, which is a really good price, and it's usually what I pay. Now, once the writer sends over your 30,000 words, it's time to turn those words into a formatted book. I like to format my books myself in InDesign, but if you don't have the skills to do that, it will cost you anywhere from $100 to $200 for professional formatting. This is when a designer takes what the ghostwriter has written and turns it into a PDF document with the words nicely organized with page numbers, chapter titles, headings, copyright page, and so on. Now, once that's complete, you should have a finished book. You should have your high quality cover as well as your fully formatted 30,000 word manuscript. But just one final thing that you need to buy, and that's keyword software. You can publish your book on Amazon and hope for the best, or you can make sure you show up in front of the correct shoppers by doing the correct keyword research. But you can't do the correct keyword research without purchasing some software. Now, I like to use Helium 10, which costs me $99 a month, and it's the best $99 a month I spend because of this one simple tool, Cerebro. This tool will tell you exactly what search terms your competitors are ranking for. So all you have to do is steal all these search terms and put them in your book's listing. You can sprinkle these in your description, A+ content, and back-end keywords to make sure your book is showing up for search terms people are actually typing. Now, you can also use Helium 10 for research before making your book to make sure that there is demand for your book. Now, there's no point in making a book that no one is searching for. So let's take a look at everything we bought to come up with a total cost for publishing a book. We paid around $200 for a book cover, and then another $1,200 for a ghostwriter. We also paid $200 for professional formatting and $100 for keyword research software. So in total, we spent around $1,700 to make a really high quality book. Now, there's still some marketing costs that we need to cover to make sure our book gains traction and actually makes the money back. But that's a discussion for another video. If you want to see a video on how much I spend on marketing my book, leave a comment down below. I reply to every single one.